Guys, welcome back to another video. This is another 124 diecast. As you can see, this is a very unique one. This is one that almost definitely will cost you several $100s a few years from now, if not sooner. And I'm pretty confident in saying that, actually. This is Chase Elliott's Snowball Derby car. Obviously, you don't get a whole lot of Snowball Derby diecast, but when you have the most popular NASCAR driver, of course it's going to get made. So pretty cool thing here. Phoenix Construction is the main sponsor. You hear the screw rattling around. Yeah. Anyway, and because it's Chase Elliott, it gets a custom box with the render number 9, the autograph there, and then some blue, yellow, and red stripes going diagonally across. Kind of have a unique angle of the render here with the same stripes in yellow down there. This is one of 2076, and what I find interesting is that they actually put on here the model of the car, this 2006 Monte Carlo. You know, a lot of times it's like, you know, they put the actual year that the car raced. Like, for example, I'm not going to pull out the box because it's just somewhere thrown in there, but the car for Hailie Deegan right there, it's the same kind of concept. It's a Gen 4 car that they put on a 2019 race win, and on the box it still said, you know, 2019 Las Vegas win, whereas this, they could have said, you know, 2021, you know, Snowball Derby, and that's kind of what I expected, but this actually says 2006 on it, like the actual model that they used for this car, so that's kind of interesting in that case. Or is it 20? I don't know anymore. I thought this was 21. Maybe it's 20. I don't know, but definitely not 2006. This paint scheme was raced. So, yeah, there you go. That's the box. Nothing incredible to see inside of it. You know, it's not a raced version or anything. But this is Snowball Derby car, which is, you know, it's kind of supposed to be a late model, but, you know, screw making a late model mold when we can just use Gen 4s we apparently still have laying around. Was it 15 years later? So anyway, there's not too much of a paint scheme. You know, it's just white for this, and you kind of see the panels. I think that's a kind of a cool feature. You do have these panels here that you can, they're decals, but you can see them, all the rivets and stuff. See a little side exhaust, more panels. I think that's the coolest part of the paint scheme. It's like, you know, there's really not a paint scheme. It's just, you know, looking at almost like bare metal. It's kind of cool. You see a bunch down there as well. Kind of see yellow lines except in the middle. The splitter's yellow except for in the middle there. The side numbers have a bunch of colors in the outline. It's a yellow number with, let's see if I can get all this, a blue, white, gold, and red outline. Then roof number is blue with white, gold, and red. And I'm not sure if this is a paint chip right here. That looks like it's a paint chip. But I'm not sure what that is. That might also be a paint chip. Great. So anyway, this is something I was going to do, but I forgot to when I was saying the amount of cars that were made, because I got distracted by the 2006. This is DIN 869 out of 2076. And also something unique. So you do see Snowball Derby up there. H&D 5 and overhead garage precision door service. Just figure I'd get those sponsors out of the way since I'm gonna forget. Phoenix Construction on the hood. You got Chase Elliott store back here. You got Billy Blue Motorsports, Dawsonville, Georgia. Tilton, you got a bunch. I don't know if these are contingencies or anything, or if these are his actual sponsors, because, you know, late models are a little bit different. If I had to take a guess, I would say these are contingencies. But then I also see like Hooters down there, which is definitely a Chase Elliott sponsor. So I'm just going to read all of them. You got Hooters, Bosch, which are very close together. Not sure what that symbol is. Willwood Racing, Schroth Racing, Napa, Valvoline, Sunoco, Racing Electronics, Swift, Seneca, and on the window you got Turnco. Then there's Chase Elliott's name on the name rail. You got store chaseelliott.com, Phoenix Construction on the deck lid. And because this is a 2006 model, you get all the cool features. Also, it's Hoosier tires. I should probably mention that too, just because it's different. So, I don't know. This might be hard, especially because there's a passenger side window. If I can get it in some decent lighting. Nope, that's not decent. Let's just bring it to the window. I have no idea how you're going to see this. But if you can probably not see it, the steering wheel does turn when you turn these. That's a cool Gen 4 diecast feature that hasn't been done since. That the wheels actually are connected to the steering wheel, and the steering wheel moves with the tires, which is pretty cool. And of course, you know, got the little roof flaps here. You got the hood. I thought this was like a hair or something. It's, again, just the decal paneling. And the hood, also because it's Gen 4, is actually not extremely difficult to open. Just gotta get it. There's nothing under the hood, no sponsors or anything. And looky there, you actually have a decent amount of engine detail, not just like plastic, but you have an actual hose, at least one actual hose here. You got kind of the coolant there. You got a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, I'm not familiar that much with under the hood of a race car. I'm not a very technical guy. When it comes to racing, I'm more of a history guy when it comes to racing. But, you know, that's what I can see, and I can tell there's a lot more detail under there than, you know, current cars. And also, you got a trunk. Surprise! You don't need an Elliott in this case to open the trunk. And by the way, this is metal, not plastic. I should mention that as well. And you know, you got your fuel cell back there, and the trunk does open quite a bit too. It opens up pretty wide. So yeah, I guess that is pretty much it for this video. Really cool, unique car. I love the, you know, couple times that they've made Gen 4 cars in the non-Gen 4 era. Ironically, one that I don't have that I know they made because it was a K&N car was another Chase Elliott car. Although I guess that's a little bit different because it really was a Gen 4 car. And in real life, when it raced, you know, K&N was still using Gen 4 cars, one of its final years. And well, I guess some teams still use Gen 4, but it's rare to see. But this car and the Hailie Deegan car down there, they used Gen 4 models, but they were not actually Gen 4 cars. This was a late model, as I said, in the Hailie Deegan car. Kind of resembled the Gen 4 in real life, but it wasn't. It was just a car that was modified to run on dirt for the what's now ARCA West, what was K&N West at the time. So, you know, it's weird that I have two cars that have been made kind of recently that are made on Gen 4 models but aren't actually Gen 4 cars. So, yeah. So anyway, that is pretty much it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.